Hello everyone, I am back to give you a rather substantial video because someone has attempted to pwn me. A guy called Revenge of the Fallen, spelt r3v3ng3 of the f4113n, which I cannot be asked to say every time I mention his name, so I'm just going to call him Sally, made a video called Commentary. Atheists aren't arrogant, but LatumWay is. Basically, he's trying to make the case that I'm a hypocrite. That me making a video called Arrogant Atheists Fuck Off is hypocritical because I am just as arrogant as the people who I am dealing with in that video. Now, he does fail at this for numerous reasons, and I'm going to show you why. So let's watch this video. Little bit melodramatic, don't you think? Then again, I can't really talk. I've often been prone to theatrics. Hello everybody, and happy St. George's Day to you. I am pro-oil spill because I am an anarchist. Happy birthday, dear Robert.
Need to miss what really goes on.
What the fuck? Anyway, continue, Sally.
Greetings, YouTube. It is I, Revenge of the Fallen. Since my last 3 commentaries were on Christians, I think it's now safe to create a commentary on an atheist.
Whoa, wait, so you're making this video out of some twisted, sick, perverse sense of balance? You've apparently pwned some Christians, so now you're gonna pick an atheist and try and pwn them. That seems like a rather disingenuous reason to make a video response. But whatever, for now, I'll let it slide, carry on.
Finding one won't be easy since there's a lack of atheists on YouTube. The only atheists out there are the Amazing Atheist, Thunderfoot, DPR Jones, Pat Condell, Go Green.
I see what you're doing there. There are actually quite a few atheists on YouTube. Good point, good point.
Often 666. Bionic Dan, Sparrow, Nero, Dawn, Exodus, Fakeful Sagan, Aaron Robb, Prof MTH, Andromeda's Wake, Tool Time, K, Seventuri, Nicotine 2, Jaguar.
Okay, stop being funny. You've made your facile little point. Please get to the content of your video.
Sized Octopus, Nestef, Mobby32, Edward Current, Rational Response Squad, Facts vs. Religion, Dark Matter 2525, Thinking, Atheist, Non-Stamp Collector, God is Imaginary. Did I say there's a lack of atheists on YouTube? What I meant to say is that YouTube needs atheists like the Sahara Desert needs sand. That being said, this commentary is not on any of the atheists above, but rather on LatumWay.
It's LatumWay. I mean, you spelt it correctly when you named the video. Why'd you just mispronounce it? Really not that difficult to get my name right. Again though, I can't really talk. I mean, it's not like my username is so long and contrived that you have to come up with a sarcastic pet name for me. Isn't that right, Sally?
In his video, Arrogant Atheists, Fuck Off! I can already tell by the title that this is going to be a good video.
It is. It is a good video. Hello everybody, I'm sorry this is going to be a really shitty short video.
Nothing wrong with a short video as long as it has substance. Yours has substance, right?
But I've got to get something off my chest, otherwise I'm gonna fucking explode. And there'll be shit, and blood, and brains, and pubes all over my goddamn wall, and someone will have to sift through that to try and find my dental records just to identify the sorry fucker that exploded in this fucking room.
Somehow I think that would have made for a more interesting video.
I've been in a very atheistic mood at the moment, because I've been watching a lot of atheistic videos and reading a lot of atheistic news.
Were you doing this while sitting on your atheistic ass in your atheistic chair while looking at your atheistic computer and eating your atheistic food you bought in an atheistic store which you drove to in your atheistic car filled with atheistic petrol? Repeating a word over and over again doesn't make you creative, it just makes you trite and unoriginal.
Over and over again? I said the word atheistic 3 times, and each time was appropriate. I don't really see what your point was there. Whatever, moving swiftly on. And for some reason recently, there's one particular attack against atheists that keeps cropping up. It's not an argument, it is literally just an attack, an accusation against atheists that most atheists, when they become really convicted about their atheism, discard because of this complete idiocy and the ridiculousness of the goddamn attack.
Are you going to tell us what the attack is, or are you going to keep bitching and complaining about it?
It's this idea that atheists are arrogant, the arrogant atheist stereotype.
That's it? You're upset because atheists are called arrogant? Am I the only one who finds it hypocritical that atheists have problem attacking Christians as Bible thumpers, zealots, Christ fags, rubes, hypocrites, control freaks, busybodies, fakes, frauds, con artists, ignorant, narrow-minded, closed-minded, judgmental, brain-dead, retarded, anti-intellectual, unintellectual, uneducated, indoctrinated, brainwashed, Christian fascist, and the worst of all, the Christian Taliban. Yet when atheists are called arrogant, which is probably the only insult given to atheists, they become all up in arms over it. It's like they can't take what they dish out.
Okay, number one. I have never used any of those insults to malign Christians. Not once. And just so you know, arrogant isn't the only insult that atheists have to endure. They also have to endure being told that they're going to hell, which is something that is openly advocated by many religious people. If you don't believe in my religion, you are going to hell. Hell is a place where you are made to endure infinite amounts of pain for infinite amounts of time. Somehow I think that that's being advocated as a punishment for not believing in God is a lot worse than any of the things you just mentioned. But that's just me, some biased, arrogant atheist, eh? And by the way, earlier you chastised me for using a word 3 times. Now, although you didn't repeat anything, you have now spent inordinate amounts of time listing atheists and listing insults used by atheists. Again, I said the word atheistic 3 times. Who's really the one being trite and unoriginal? Moving on. I keep hearing the accusation that atheists are all arrogant, know-it-all twats, basically.
If you insist that God is just a sky daddy who is no more real than Santa Claus, and that anyone who believes in him are delusional brain-dead ignoramuses who can't think for themselves, who base their beliefs on a book of archaic fairy tales, and who deserve to be ridiculed and shoved back in the 12th century, you should fucking expect to be called arrogant, because that is an arrogant thing to say, think, and act.
I didn't say, think, or act any of that. Yes, as an atheist, I don't believe in God, and I do think that organised religion does more bad than good. But I do not believe that anyone who believes in God is necessarily delusional, brain-dead, and ignoramus, or deserves to be ridiculed. I do not believe that at all, and I resent the implication, because I am well aware that there are atheists on this website who do believe that, and who do treat theists with undue disrespect, who are dogmatic and stupid. In fact, I've said in at least one of my videos that people who believe in God are ultimately just people who have a differing philosophical opinion to me. Because ultimately, people who believe in God are simply people with a differing philosophical opinion to me. What part of that suggests that I hate them, that I think I'm better than them, and that they deserve to be persecuted? I never said any of that. You are strawmanning the shit out of this. First of all, of course, atheists do think they're right. Why wouldn't we? Everyone thinks they're right about everything, otherwise they wouldn't hold that opinion.
Not that that's not a good defense for your beliefs, but do you feel the same way about theists? Do you think they feel the same way about their beliefs, or do you think they're just fucktards who don't know any better?
Of course I believe that they genuinely believe in God. Of course I believe they're sincere in their beliefs. I mean, with some notable exceptions, what reason do I have to assume that they're lying? Of course I believe that they think they're right, and that they do believe in God. And I would never have the audacity to assume otherwise. No one walks around going, well, I have this opinion, but I'm pretty sure it's wrong.
In the words of Voltaire, doubt is not a pleasant condition, but certainty is absurd.
I never said I was certain. I'm an agnostic atheist. I believe that you can't know with absolute certainty whether God exists, but given the lack of evidence to suggest that he does exist, I lack a belief in him, or her, or it. I never said I was certain. There is a difference between that and thinking you're right. Everybody thinks they are right, so atheists should not be unfairly judged in thinking they are the only ones that do.
Okay, I'll be the first one to admit that there's nothing wrong with being certain about your belief or disbelief in God.
Also, you do believe that it's okay to be certain, but you just quoted Voltaire to try and rebuke my alleged certainty in atheism. But there's nothing wrong with being certain? Jesus, Sally, make up your mind.
And really, I have no problem with people who don't believe in God. After all, they have the free will not to. The problem I have with atheists, and the main reason I consider most, not all, to be arrogant, especially those on YouTube, is that they think they are right and are complete assholes about it.
As for the quality of atheists being arrogant, which is basically thinking you are right but being an arsehole about it.
Wow, he took those words right out of my mouth.
No, you took the words right out of my mouth. You're responding to a video I made. You watched my entire video and saw me say people who are arrogant are people who think that they are right but are arseholes about it, and now you've just subtly implied that I took it from you. You're starting to get on my tits, Sally. And like I said, so far all the stuff you've mentioned doesn't apply to me. I know that that there are idiot atheists on this website, who are just as dogmatic and stupid as a lot of the theists on this website. And I don't believe that theists deserve to be ridiculed because I, as an atheist, am so superior to them. I don't believe any of that. Again, you're strawmanning me. I'm kind of offended by that.
You're offended that theists are offended because atheists are complete assholes towards them and their beliefs.
I like to think that I'm not a complete asshole towards them and their beliefs. In fact, I know I'm not because I don't partake in any of the things that you are using as evidence for my arrogance. Again, you are strawmanning me. As far as I can tell from my very biased atheistic perspective,
Which would make your opinion reliable and trustworthy.
I was being sarcastic. I'm sick of reading comments that say, well, I believe in God because I want my life to mean something. I'm sick of watching videos that say, well, I believe in God because I know someone loves me.
If you're sick of seeing videos and comments like that, perhaps you should stop watching Christian videos. What am I saying? You're a YouTube atheist. Your entire career is based on trolling Christians.
No, it isn't. I make videos about atheism because I'm interested in the debate over whether God exists or not. Because I enjoy debating respectfully on this subject. That's why I'm on YouTube. And in fact, if you'd actually done a little bit of research on me, you'd know that most of my videos aren't ponage. They aren't trolling people. I try to make them about philosophy and politics. Most of my videos are not ponage videos.
If you're complaining about backhanded remarks that are said in nasty and arrogant ways, I have seen my share of those given by atheists. I don't believe in God because I believe in science and reason. I'm not religious because I want to think for myself. I don't follow religion because I don't want to be a dumb sheep. I'm not a Christian because I'm not a moron. Those are little backhanded remarks that suggest that theists are incapable of rational or scientific thought, and are nothing more than delusional ignoramuses, and those are often said in a very nasty and arrogant way. That's why religious people associate atheism with arrogance.
But again, I didn't say any of that. So why are you going after me? So to anyone who thinks that atheists are inherently more arrogant than anyone else in particular, fuck you. You complete goddamn moron. You are an idiot and you don't have any basis for that opinion. You're a cock. I hope you fucking shit yourself. Jesus Christ.
If you intended to create this video to prove that atheists aren't arrogant, I believe you failed, especially with that last part.
I didn't say any of that at the end because I hate people who believe in God, or because I believe that I'm better than them. I said that to theists who are being hypocritical when they say that atheists are arrogant when they can be just as arrogant. And again, the point of my video was never to suggest that theists are all dicks and atheists never are. I know that a lot of atheists are incredibly disrespectful towards theists, and this is something that I have always willingly conceded and condemned. Some atheists are dogmatic, stupid and cruel, and it would be very hypocritical for those atheists to be saying the things that I was saying in my video. And if you wanted to go after them, I'd be 100% behind you. You would have my full support. But you didn't go after them. You went after me. Someone who has never thought that theists are necessarily delusional, brain-dead ignoramuses, or that they deserve to be mocked, nor am I someone who is on YouTube just to mock them. So why did you try and pwn me? Could it be that you're a douchey little cuntbag who failed to do any research into me, who if he had would have known that I am not representative of the mindset you disagree with, and that I actually agree with you? Someone who is only going after me because of some twisted sense of balance? Yeah, I think that's about it, Sally.
That being said, this is Revenge of the Fallen, signing off. Oh, and does anybody else think that this avatar is too risque for YouTube?
Well, there you are actually right, Sally. Because YouTube, in all its moral wisdom, deemed that avatar inappropriate, removed it from my channel, and put a strike on my account. So you've got me there, Sally. Apparently you were right. That avatar was too risque for YouTube. Well done to you for pointing that out. But you know what I think is inappropriate? The creepy juxtaposition of your deep, warbling voice and the effeminate, twinky-looking avatar that you use to represent yourself. Call me bigoted, but I think that is inappropriate. You little fucking cunt. Bye!